I'm saying he dumb, he stupid, he beat up his mama, he beat up his girlfriend, he got a herpes, he making 13, babe. What you mean? I can't judge that.
What I mean is,
Now I try to stop reporting on Charleston White, but every time I think I'm done, he does something the very next day. Charleston White is back on our radar for walking off a podcast for an NBA Youngboy debate that went off the rails. We all know Charleston White and his stance on NBA Youngboy and his fans, so I'm kind of surprised the interviewer even walked into this trap. But Charleston will be booked for his appearance. But the host, Steiny, is actually close with NBA Youngboy's manager, which I guess would make Steiny a little biased in the Youngboy debate.
what you're in the ski, so you're making me think about my close friend Alex YB. What happened? Because I saw some shit where you pulled up.
Oh, you talking about
You get kicked out?
You talking about Kentrail?
Did you get kicked out of the
Fuck
YB
no, I
concert?
didn't get kicked out. Hell no, I didn't get kicked out.
So
I
what
never
happened
went
with
in.
that?
So I was invited by his camp in him. So me and YB have had a mutual understanding. So he put me in a song like 3 years ago. He said, "Tell Charleston White something I was raised wrong." So up until that point, I used to be a NBA Youngboy basher. Cause I thought he was angry or crying and whining. And at the time, he had a lot of videos where he beat up his girlfriend in the hallway, dragged her down the hallway. He had mama issue. So I said, man, this the young that beat up his mama, his sister, and his girlfriend. And so I used to work with a lot of juvenile delinquents and different kids. And that's how I became familiar with him.
But how can you say something like that and expect to be treated like a VIP?
I don't expect to be treated like a thing.
So why is everybody saying that some people kicked you out?
Why you believe what people say?
I'm asking you.
That's the first thing a man do. A man don't believe nothing people say.
That's true.
So don't question me about what no say.
Now, this isn't my first time watching a Steiny interview. To be perfectly honest, Steiny is actually the reason why I haven't started doing interviews yet. He is the perfect example of coming from a family with money and throwing yourself in an industry, even though you have no said skills in such industry. The last interview he did with 6ix9ine and Charleston White just looked like two friends talking in code, so an outsider couldn't understand what they were saying. But Charleston White goes viral, so he would invite him back. And a clear example about what I was speaking about earlier comes into play. Steiny, not knowing how to interview and stand 10 toes about his friendship with Youngboy, would ask Charleston White the right questions to get the viral content. But unfortunately, instead of being a man and pressing the questions from his POV, he tried sneakier maneuvers. The only problem with that is Charleston White is a veteran when it comes to interviews, and he saw that play for exactly what it is and turned up on Steiny immediately. Because one thing about Charleston is he doesn't mind going viral if he's part of the content or the reason, but Charleston will not go viral as the butt of a joke.
Violent. He got 13 bastard babies. He got 13 different babies he done made out of wedlock. Those are bastard children. So you got 13 other children with childhood trauma. We done seen him beat up his girlfriend in the hallway. He in and out of jail. So what the fuck you mean?
Well, no, bro.
Hold on, let me finish. You asked me.
Well,
that.
you're being hypocritical because you went to his show.
No, I didn't go to his show. I went to his show to see how stupid it really is in real life, rather than looking and judging it and never seen it. So I was invited. I didn't go. I didn't wake up and say, hey, I'm going to an NBA Youngboy concert. I was contacted by his team and DJ Academic to be invited to come make whether it was constructive criticism of my own opinion.
See what I said? Charleston may come off as extremely insensitive, but one thing he won't come off as is uninformed and unaware of his subjects. We all know Charleston White is a character that says the truth in the foulest of ways, but it doesn't take away from the fact that it was the truth. Now, Steiny will begin to show his true colors, or true inexperience, the more the interview progressed. At first, I thought Steiny was defending NBA Youngboy because of some business relationships. Even a personal relationship would be okay. But Steiny said that Charleston White was going to make it hard for him to go to the NBA Youngboy concert later on. And I thought that was the perfect opportunity for Charleston White to crash out.
And about his fault. I'm saying he dumb, he stupid, he beat up his mama, he beat up his girlfriend, he got a herpes, he making 13, babe. What you mean? I can't judge that.
What I mean is I'm supposed to go to the concert in November 4th. You're making it.
But you're asking me questions on why I got kicked out. So I'm telling you, you won't let me finish.
You're going to make it so I can't even get in.
No. I wouldn't give a what it making. You're asking me questions as a man. I'm supposed to cower out?
No, I'm giving you the floor.
So, but if you let me explain on what happened, you're asking me what happened, but you keep cowering out. Let me explain why I got kicked out.
Wow, that's crazy. Steiny was more scared to not get let in the NBA Youngboy concert rather than to not do proper journalism. Once again, proving my whole point about buying your way into the industry. But some mistakes content creators do make in the beginning of their career like old school academics and Drake, you can't let the entertainers think that they're your friends, or vice versa. Now, building some personal relationships along the way is cool, but we're both here to use each other for a purpose. Once you keep that in the forefront of your mind, it makes everything else simpler. But Steiny at the stage of his career would rather be friends with the entertainer rather than protect his business relationship with Charleston White, who's been on the show about 2 to 3 times and been viral every time. And what this would do was trigger Charleston White and put him at odds with Steiny for the rest of the interview.
Black people. He's known to have herpes. He's spreading around. How many of these babies could be born? How many girls got herpes that he done got pregnant by?
I don't know, but I have no baby mamas. I want to make that real
I don't give a damn that we're not talking about you. Don't put it back on you when you just were putting it back on him. And trying to no. You were trying to say I was wrong for talking about it. You were defending him. You're defending the guy you're defending a guy with a STD that's spreading it with 13 different babies that's been promoted. There's been a lot of deaths around him.
Is this factual information or
I wouldn't be standing because I can be sued. If anybody know me, you just met me. But anybody know me, if I'm talking and saying it, I don't. No. We just met. But anybody who know me, if I'm saying it right here with this kind of passion, nigga, I ain't making shit up. Nigga, I ain't known for lying.
All right. Well,
I stand on what I say.
Okay. Well, I feel
that's why I talk so boldly. And who I talking to? Them y'all suck kiss ass to and try to defend. You right now. Hold on, no. You right now trying to defend NBA Youngboy as if he ain't wrong. He got 13 babies, my nigga. And he ain't been married to no woman.
I didn't even say that. What I said was that how can he take his influence?
Well, you trying to make me sound hypocritical to what you were saying.
Well, no, the only reason I'm trying to make you sound hypocritical is because you did attend his show. So you're
I didn't attend his show. I did not attend his show. I went to his show to criticize it even more. Not to enjoy it. I didn't go. I accepted an invitation.
Okay.
Hopefully it could.
So what did academics say when you got there and when you left?
He didn't say
Why
nothing.
would academics bring you there with knowing how you feel about it?
He know how I feel. That's why they invited me.
So why would he bring you?
If you be quiet and let me answer, hopefully that I could look at this show.
Steiny lost this debate before it even started. I've been reporting about Charleston White for about 2 years now. And we know whatever popular opinion it is, Charleston White's going to do the opposite. It's how he stays viral. To be honest, I don't even think Charleston White hates a Soulja Boy, a Little Durk, a 6ix9ine, and even an NBA Youngboy. What it is that Charleston White has a message, and whatever goes against his message at the current time, he's going to be the most vocal about. Now, the interview is about 2 hours long, with 75% of it being about NBA Youngboy. And Steiny not letting Charleston White talk about NBA Youngboy was not a good move. Now, we all know Charleston White's act, or show. It doesn't need a lot of commentary. You just ask him a question and let him go off for about 2 to 5 minutes. And that's the content. But Steiny would glaze NBA Youngboy so much that eventually Charleston White would explode and leave. Wait, did I just say that?
He's making money off of him like he made money off Lil Wayne and the rest of them. So don't talk to me like I don't know what the I'm talking about.
Who is this guy?
Okay, stay over there.
Stay out of this. Stay out of this.
Stay out of there. Nigga, I speak fact. That's why. Listen, I knew this video dropped that Monday. This video dropped Monday morning. The concert ain't nothing to 10 at night. Do you think what most niggas would have been scared to still go to that concert? I went to that concert with no security by myself, knowing everything I said was facts. I'm willing to die in jail for the shit to come out my mouth.
Let me ask you this.
And I travel around this country with no security. I'm a little old beating. I done dissed every rapper, every gang.
I know you do. And by the way,
I ain't got no security.
I know you don't, but you gotta just.
I ain't gotta do nothing. I'm richer than I've ever been. I'm rich like these rappers from disrespecting the rappers. So why would I change?
That's fine. But for the record, I'm not in the gang.
Shut your scared rap up. I ain't in no gang. I'm a community
backer. I'm not in the gang.
I'm not in the gang. Never been in the gang. I don't have any felony conviction. I was a single father. I'm a youth advocate, a youth community activist that work in the community, and I'm a politician. So I ain't gotta be on them niggas' side.
No, I'm just saying I have no involvement.
You want to go to the concert? Fuck YB.
No, I'm friends with them.
I ain't friends with nobody that I think is wrong.
Okay, so let me ask you this.
I'm friends with what's right. So I tell my friends when they're wrong. I don't let my friend be wrong and I not say nothing.
You said earlier that you're not a fan of him, but he's a fan of you.
He is.
So if he reached out to you and said, "Yo, we got,"
he did reach out to me. That's what I'm trying to tell you. He did reach out to me.
And what'd he say?
How do you think I ended up at the concert? I went to the concert because he reached out.
Why did he reach out to you? No, I heard everything you said. I'm just making sure.
I done said it many times. DJ Academics and YB and his team reached out directly to me. I ain't going no motherfucking YB concert.
You don't think there's any scenario where you guys could align and maybe help out together and benefit?
Help out what?
Like you talking about like the youth or help?
I've been doing it 12 years before today. I know you have. So why do me and him need to partner to help out to do what? They're not going to let him partner and help out. He's a control kid, homie. So he just got a partner by President Trump. I personally know the woman who got him the partner. Trump. I personally know the woman who got him Trump.
Whoa.
Give a fuck about Trump. Trump. I done been selected to fuck with Trump. But I know the woman who Trump selected to get niggas out of jail. So I'm saying why would me and him partner together when his goal is not to help black people? His goal is to sell records.
So if his goal is to sell records,
No.
well, listen. If his goal is to sell records and your goal is to help the youth, why wouldn't you come together and try and do both?
When have anybody who really want to help the youth came together with a black rapper and they really help the youth? That's never worked. A black rapper is controlled. They're not gonna let a black rapper help the youth. That's why they got somebody like him on stage for the youth to follow. That's why he got a 16-hour day schedule and they tell him who to donate money to. He can't decide to help black people. Once white people start giving you money like that, you can't help black people.
Okay.
They'll cut your money out. Everybody know that.
Okay.
So don't try to sit here and act like because you want to go to his concert. Come on, man. I'm too real for that. You just
I'm not, bro. You're
man, I don't want to do this shit no more. You bullshit. You ain't finna get me on camera and play like I'm wrong for speaking.
Wait, Charleston, are you?
No, pay me my goddamn money so I go. You ain't finna do
Wait,
that.
Charleston, what are you talking about?
Now, Charleston White would try to leave, but Steiny would talk him back into finishing the rest of the interview. But you could tell the vibe was off and definitely not really worth watching anymore. You guys all know my stance on Charleston White, the persona he puts on, and his overall message for the youth in the community. So I won't tell you how much I agree with this message again. And I won't even reiterate how bad of an interviewer Steiny is. He just looks like a kid in a grown folks conversation. And we all know that's where kids should never be. But let me know in the comments. Do you think Charleston White was right for what he said about NBA Youngboy? Or do you think Charleston should have chilled and let Steiny get into that NBA Youngboy concert? And if you made it this far, click the left side of your screen to see why the Hoovers made a statement about the killing of Big U's son. And also, don't forget to leave a like, comment, subscribe, share to be aware, put me in that algorithm so I need to be there, man. Because I know there's 10 other streamers out there doing it like me, but...
Fuck that, little 10.
I'm maxed out.